What's going on, guys? We are back here with some modern? What is this client? This doesn't look like Arena. Streamer, what have you done with the Arena client? So it's a little bit of a different client because today we are going to be playing some modern. Now, with the state of standard and the way that it currently is, I know that there's some interesting stuff with Spider-Man and some cards that are kind of making an impact, but we have a couple of regional championships coming up, and those happen to be modern. Houston and Las Vegas. I will be attending Houston, which as of the time of recording is only in 3 weeks. So I really want to kind of do a little bit more testing and start hammering down. Actually, I think it's 2 weeks. I want to be doing a little bit more testing for modern. I'm going to incorporate modern on the live stream a little bit more, at least 2 times a week over the next couple of weeks leading up to the RC. And I wanted to show you guys at least the deck that I am considering playing the most right now, and that is Eldrazi Tron. Now, maybe not this exact version. The version that I've been playing is the more commonly played colorless version with Thought-Knot Seer and Glaring Fleshraker and things like that. But this version really caught my eye. So this was played by Luis Salvato, who recently, I don't know if you guys know this, but there was a Pro Tour that happened, and Luis got 16th place. So actually, I believe maybe lost his win in. Might have been a situation where even if he won, his tiebreakers weren't good enough or so on. And the composition and the look of this deck, it looks very similar to your traditional Eldrazi Tron decks, where you have Tron, which you're trying to assemble Urza's Mine, Urza's Power Plant, and Urza's Tower, which, as you can see here, if you have all 3 of them on the battlefield at once, they all tap for a lot of mana. This one taps for 3, the other 2 tap for 2 each. You have Expedition Map, which can find lands, any land from your deck. So if you open a hand that has any 2 of these, plus the Expedition Map, you have access to all 3 on turn 3. You have some mana acceleration in the form of talismans. We're playing 4 blue-black and 1 blue-red. The blue-black one is marginally better because you can technically get a 1 life discount when you're casting Dismember. But for the most part, they really are only there to tap for blue mana, and that's all they need to do. So you have Karn the Great Creator. This is a staple of all the Eldrazi Tron decks, where you effectively give up your entire sideboard. But the trade-off is that you get this extremely powerful engine that is basically everything, where it's a hate piece because it locks out other artifacts. It is a win condition because you can search up stuff like Walking Ballista and Cityscape Leveler. It's a hate piece because you can get just in any number: Pithing Needle, Grafdigger's Cage, Stonebrain, Torpor Orb, Ensnaring Bridge, Trinisphere. So it just does basically everything that you could ever ask for. And it's the perfect pairing with Tron because you have 7 mana on turn 3. You play Karn with 3 floating. Whatever combo deck that you're playing against, you can always get something from the sideboard that is going to be good against them. These 10 cards over here are the 10 large Eldrazi's that you can all pitch to Ugin's Labyrinth to give you more mana. Some of the best starts that don't involve Tron are turn 1 Ugin's Labyrinth, pitch a card, play a Talisman on turn 1, because that's just a huge mana acceleration. For Ugin is... I'm going to say that most E-Tron decks that I see are playing 3 copies, but some of the more recent ones are starting to now go to 4 copies, and I think I understand why after playing some games with this deck and other Eldrazi Tron decks, where you end up having a lot of extra random artifacts lying around, like maybe an extra talisman or an extra expedition map. And the turn you play the Ugin, you can even, instead of drawing a card, you can make 3 mana, cast 2 more spells from your hand, exile 2 of your opponent's permanents. So in basically any fair matchup, once this card hits the battlefield, the game is effectively over. It's so hard to come back from this. And then the big new addition here, as far as this version is concerned, is Portent of Calamity, where Portent is X and a blue, so it works pretty well with Tron, and you have the talismans to add blue mana to cast it. You reveal X cards. For each card type, you can exile a card of that type from among them. You put the rest into your graveyard, and then you can cast a spell from among the exiled cards if you exiled 4 or more cards. So as long as you hit 4 types in the top however number of cards, you can Portent to be able to cast something for free. And it's nice because you have Kozilek's command, which happens to be 2 types. It's a kindred instant. So if you hit a Kozilek's command, a land, and literally any other type, then you're good to go. And the big payoff is you cast one of your large things, presumably Emrakul, but also casting an Ugin or a Devourer of Destiny for free. Not too shabby. Keep in mind, this might be foreshadowing for the video, Trinisphere is not one-sided, so you might want to be careful with casting Portent of Calamity with Trinisphere in play. Just saying. That's pretty much it for the main deck. I mean, I can go on and on about how completely ridiculously broken Kozilek's command is, but this card just does everything. It's a removal spell, it's graveyard hate, it's mana ramp, it's card fixing, it's card selection, it's an extra card. I don't even know what to say. Like, what else can there be said about this card? It's like, this is the reason to be playing a deck like this with Ugin's Lab and Eldrazi Temple and so on and so forth. And then I'm not going to go over every single card in the Karn sideboard because a lot of these are pretty straightforward and self-explanatory. The ones that you don't see very often are Oblivion Stone, Golos, and the End Stone. These are kind of like the 3 newest additions that Luis and friends played at the Pro Tour. End Stone is a good way to get some extra card advantage at the cost of your life total becomes half of your starting life total. But I mean, sometimes that's not a downside, right? If you're at a pretty low life total, you can get the End Stone, gain a little bit of life. Golos is mostly here to find blue mana or make Tron if you don't have it already. And then Oblivion Stone is a board reset. Sometimes it comes up, sometimes if the board is wide and you're in a tight spot, Oblivion Stone can get you out of some tight spots. So yeah, again, I think that I am pretty likely to play some version of Eldrazi Tron in Houston. Not necessarily certain if I want to play this version, but I gotta say, after the performance in today's video, I may have to give this one a try. So without further ado, I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Yeah, it can get you Tron, maybe, if you're missing Tron. See, I don't know, man. It's like, I've been playing a little bit more Tron recently with Devourer, and I know that previously you're never supposed to keep hands like this with regular Tron, but given the fact that I have Devourer, I'm going to try this. I really do think Devourer opens up your range of keeps a lot. Okay, well, you do have to be lucky, and unfortunately, I am not lucky. My opponent is going to the discard step. Do you think this is a tactical discard step? It turns out it was not a tactical discard step. All right, let's go to game 2. You're sitting down at the table to play your match, and your opponent, you're just watching your opponent's sideboard, and you're just sitting there shuffling your deck, and your opponent's looks up at you. They point to your deck list, and you just give them the hand. You know, you don't say anything. You just give them the hand, and that's it. Ocelot. This could be the Nassif deck, maybe. I wonder what card I drew for turn. Could be anything. Could literally be anything. This is where, on Arena, you give them the oops. Oh, shucks, I forgot to reveal it. In Paper, what if you're you draw for your turn and you shuffle your hand around oh, I forgot to reveal this Devourer, my bad. I think you can let it slide. Paper only, by the way. Paper only. They call that professional Magic plays. Is that what they call that? I'm not sure that it is. I guessed. Karn, the Great Tree. Karn, the Great Treator? If you one single tournament and then no other consequences. True! True! They had to read the Karn first. All right, how about a Kozilek's Command on top? Any Kozilek's commands? Imprinting Ugin better? Yeah, I guess that's fair. I do have double Temple. Maybe I should have imprinted Ugin and just played Temples. Kind of didn't think about that. Yeah, that would have been better. I guess I can do Devourer next turn. 2, 4, 5, 6. I can also Ugin next turn if I don't pick up Devourer. Ugin's probably better, right? If I just don't pick up Devourer. I would guess Ugin's better on this board. Chat, what is your preferred hot dog topping? What are we thinking about? I'm a big chili cheese dog kind of guy. Chili cheese onions, the Chicago classic. But not the fake cheese. Dude, I don't know what it is. I cannot stand Cheese Whiz. It actually makes me sick. Chili cheese is not Chicago classic. What is chili cheese then? Chili cheese onions? There's got to be some region of the United States that eats a chili cheese dog as the classic. Cream cheese, relish, and onions? Cream cheese on your hot dog? I'm not a big cream cheese guy. Like, I'll eat cream cheese and cheesecake, but I can't eat, like, cream cheese on a bagel. No. Can't do it. But I do enjoy a good cheesecake. Yeah, we're just gonna Ugin here. We're not gonna pick up Devourer. Chicago style is drag through the garden with pickle spear, relish, sesame bun, and other nonsense. So it's just a bunch of veggies. Look, man, if I'm eating a hot dog, I don't want to put veggies on it. Well, okay, onion is the only acceptable veggie. But only raw onions. You know, like none of that caramelized bullshit. You gotta do raw onions. Not that I'm saying like I do like caramelized onions, just not on the hot dog. It's gotta be raw onions. Alright, surely this Ugin is good enough, right? Seems like it is. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Hmm. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, they have 15 in play. Alright, I'm just dead. Well, these games were fun. Alright, let's go to game 3. Woo! I think it was Philadelphia. They have like the whips or whatever, but they're like flavored. And I think I had one that was like cinnamon raisin or something that was really good. Those are actually really good, but like just raw cream cheese on a bagel, nah, miss me with that. Miss me with that. You gotta flavor the cream cheese. They also mulligan to 6. I mean, I don't love this hand, but going to 5 sounds kind of cap, so let's keep it. Our national sausage here is a massive pork filled with cheese. So when you grill it, the cheese inside. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've had things similar to that before, with like sausage that has cheese just kind of like mixed inside it. Would I take a quick look at a standard list after this? Yeah, I could. I could. Would you like to counter my talisman? How about my map? Okay. I mean, if they weren't gonna counter anything, why did they shock? No streamer luck, not a single turn 3 Tron yet. I mean, I'm gonna have turn 3 Tron this game. I'm actually not gonna have turn 3 Tron this game. That's what I meant to say. You have turn 4 Tron. I hear the cops outside. Chat, they're after me. I repeat, they're after me. All right, you want to see a cool line? I'm going to go Ugin's Labyrinth, trigger on the stack. I don't even know if this is a good line, but it's fancy. And then if I draw into a big thing, I can pitch it. I guess we just go top, pitch the Ugin, right? Was that too fancy? Or was that cool? I feel like that might have been too fancy. Ah! Can you not? Can you fucking cut that shit out? Alright, I mean, they definitely don't have the third White Orchid Phantom, right? Like, there's just no way they have the third Phantom. If 4 in hand? I mean, I still have to main phase the command, right? I guess the question is, do I want to make spawns or do I want to draw? I mean, you have to draw here, right? Like, I don't... If I make spawns, what am I doing? I don't have anything to do with my mana, right? It's got to be draw. But I have to kill the Phantom main phase so they can't ephemerate it. Yeah, they didn't have fun last turn. These are all bad because I just want action. That is not action. All right. I mean, they definitely don't have the third Phantom. Brother, what the fuck? Come on, man. What am I supposed to do about that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I was meant to do about that. All right. I mean, I'm just gonna do it again, I guess. All right. I mean, there's no chance they have the fourth one, right? No chance they have the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we keep both. We can map for a temple. They're saying the same thing right now. That is true, to be fair. They drew 3 Phantoms, I drew 3 commands, so I guess I can't even complain. I think I'm keeping both Devourers. Because I can map for temple. Maybe I shouldn't keep the second Devourer. Because if in the event they do have the fourth Phantom, keeping the second one's pretty bad. But, I mean, what are the odds, right? They don't have 4. They know they don't have the fourth one. There's no way. Depending on map would kind of suck, I guess. Oh? Ah! Well, shit. Your turn. I know what my draw is. Keeping second Devourer seems wrong. Yeah, maybe. Maybe just one is good. Yeah, the second one's probably a little too greedy, right? I think I'm gonna Disruptor Flute, name Consign? And they might just consign this, but if they don't consign this, I'm gonna name Consign. You name Riddler? I think Consign is more important. Because if I just draw a Temple here, I can slam the Devourer. Okay, now any land does it. Old. Maybe I should just name the fourth White Orchid Phantom. You never know. Also, I think naming Riddler is kind of pointless, because if they had a Riddler, they would have played it by now, I think. Unless they, like, have Riddler but don't have Ephemerate. Ooh. I like that. Card's good. I'm curious as to what's in their hand. Planeswalker, land, artifact. Never lucky. Definitely taking map. Ooh, I could hold the map for Ugin. 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah. I don't need to do that with 2 Devourers in hand, right? This should be good. Solitude would make sense. They don't have Force, because they would have forced the Portent. They didn't have Riddler last turn. They don't have Phantom. They could have a bunch of, like, Witch Enchanters, maybe? Yeah, sure. So that kills map. I'm okay with this, I think. Ah, okay. So they definitely have Consign in hand. I'm a little surprised I'm a little surprised they didn't consign the what you call it. I'm a little surprised they didn't consign the flute. Because they obviously have Consign in hand, right? Dev hour. So this is definitely gonna get solituted. Like 1000%. They probably have at least 2 solitudes, right? Why Dev over Ugin? Because Temple can't cast Ugin. Temple is only cast Eldrazi spells. Ugin is not an Eldrazi spell. It is an Ugin spell. They should have made it Legendary Planeswalker Eldrazi. That's what they should have done. Imagine. I mean, I'm just gonna make a Muse Consign on this, I guess. I don't want to just cast my best spell into Consign, right? Although I guess this is worse if they have Solitude Ephemerate. Which they almost certainly have at least 1 Solitude, right? You should be hired for play design. That's what I've been told! It's weird how you're not the first person to say that. Very, very strange. Devour. I'll devour your destiny. If you know what I mean. They are really not sure. They are really not sure what to do. Any Sleep Token fans in the chat? Way overrated. That's a hot take. That's got to be a hot take. Ban knock. I mean, it's not a bannable offense, but it's close. Mockingbird. They want to copy the Devourer? Urza's mine. I was Sleep Token was coming. Sleep Token's on tour right now, and they were doing a show that was like really, really close to me. And I didn't get tickets initially because when I went to get tickets, they sold out within like literally they sold out within an hour, the entire show. So I didn't get tickets when they first went on sale. And like 3 days before the show, just out of curiosity, I went to check just to see what the price was. The cheapest ticket, this was nosebleed seats, right? Cheapest ticket that I could find. It's a resale because I think it was through like Ticketmaster or whatever. Cheapest resale ticket I could find was like $450. Which is like, what the fuck? Was in line for the pre-sale and it sold out before I can get a ticket. Yeah, I think that's what happened with a lot of people in this show too, where it's like even if you were in line, it sold out so fast. They were just instantly gone. I mean, look, regardless of how good you think they are, they do have a lot of hype around them, you know. You got to admit that. Yeah, 35. That's a little more reasonable, not $450. Do 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 do. Karn, the Great Creator. Is it bridge time? They have one card in hand. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what the other line? Oh no, wait, hold on. No, I get a line, right? I just go, okay, no, this is fine. Yeah. We just go 1. I got a better line. This line is way better. Get rid of this. Make mana. Play Karn. Just eat all their shit. And then we go minus. Get, I think, map? Alright, they won't play anymore. Well, I mean, I hope your snacky trees beat turn 3 Tron. I'm keeping it. Could be a Doran gamer. Dude, I miss Doran. We should somehow convince Nassif to play Doran on stream at some point. I mean, he likes big butts. Some would say he cannot lie. I feel like he'd be a Doran enjoyer. Why don't I play Doran? Because I unfortunately do not like big butts. I'm a small butt kind of guy. don't think Snacky Treehorn is a White Orchid Phantom enjoyer. Which Tron land do you play first there, by the way? Like, are you a tower kind of vibe, or are you a power plant kind of vibe? I'm a tower kind of guy. I like to consider myself a towering fella. Also, that like if I feel like if you play tower first, your opponent's more intimidated, right? You know what I mean? Like if you power plant first, you're showing weakness. But I think if you play the tower first, it's like they know that you're not fucking around. Uh, police, I'd like to report a murder. I mean, that card's good. Not much I can do about it. Whoa, we're halfway there. Do I have a Vexing Bauble in my sideboard? Please tell me I do. Can I get a mod check Vexing Bauble? Oh, Luis, you're killing me. Luis, how is there no Vexing Bauble in the sideboard? No! Well, this is going to be bad. 7 cards. Yeah, I guess we can get 3-ball. 3-ball's kind of the same, right? Yep. You got another one of those? You got 2 of them things? Can I get a -4? Everybody in the chat, take 4 right now. If you can hear the sound of my words, -4. I saw a Necro deck the other week that was playing Necrodominance, and they were playing like mono black coffers, but they were splashing for fucking Cosmogoyf and with Serum Powder. And I was like, oh, that's kind of based. All right, what do you do here? Trinisphere or Devour the Necro? I have 5 in hand. It's kind of close. I almost feel like Trinisphere is better, no? Kill the card their deck is named after. The problem with playing Devourer, they drew 7 cards. There's a chance they kept a second Necro in hand because they didn't pitch one. And if I kill the Necro and they have a second one, it's so much worse. It's so much worse. And getting Trinisphere basically like entirely caps what they can do. And they're also playing mono black. They can't remove the Trinisphere, you know what I mean? So like they basically just can't do anything about it. So they're from now on they're going to be limited to 1 spell a turn, which I think is pretty huge. I guess they can spike the Karn in response if they saved a spike, which would be reasonable, right? Because they expect me to have Karn. But like I'm pretty happy if they do that because I just have second Karn. Also, I kind of want to save Devourer for Shieldred. I guess if they Shieldred, I would just dust. Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm okay with this. Yeah, I know. Again, not that big of a deal because they can't cast any spells. So, like, they're going to draw their entire deck, but... like, they're going to draw their entire deck, discard down to 5, and then I'm going to dust the Shelly and the Necro, and they're going to be in a horrible spot next turn, right? Like, this isn't even bad. Sure, they draw 20 cards and go to 40 or whatever, but I don't care about their life total. I'm killing them with Emrakul this game. Their life total doesn't matter. And see, this is another reason to not go for the Devourer line last turn. Because if I go for the Devourer line, I guess they wouldn't have the Necro in play if they played the Shieldred, but again, it's like Devourer is just so much worse if they have second Necro. But now they're like kind of in a tough spot. This dust is so backbreaking. Kind of just want to find a blue source so we can start portenting. Since your stuff doesn't die to all is dust, it should be called Moist is Dust. All is moist? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty moist right now. Wait, this thing filters mana? Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know this card filtered mana. You learn something new every day. All right, they discard. I'm not going to look at what they discarded. Is that all the soul spikes? They have one spike left. So, yeah. All right. I cast All is Dust. Your turn. They get their draw step back at least. This matchup seems pretty good for us, not gonna lie. Like, we just don't really care about a lot of what they're doing. I mean, I guess they can start double spelling next turn, but I'm just gonna board in here. Try and get this game over with. Do it for 8. 8's gotta be good enough, right? Oh, I just realized something. I did just realize that. Interesting. That's funny how that works, huh? Can I get an oops in the chat? Can I get an oops? XDD? XDD. Maybe it'll work. No! Alright, no. I mean, I would like to cast a spell, but the game mechanics do not allow me to do that. I'll just cast the Emrakul next turn. It'll be fine. Surely that doesn't matter, right? Yeah, it is still a draw 4, which is fine. I guess if I had known that that was the case, I probably should have just played the Ugin that turn. Ugin probably was the correct play, given that I don't know how my card works, but yeah, it's fine. We'll still play the Emrakul next turn. We can Abstergo back Emrakul too, right, if they discard it? 3-tap, exile, return, a historic. Yeah. So that would be get this back 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could still do it. I thought it was kind of weird that Luis decided to play the 1 Abstergo over the 4th Eldrazi Temple, but I kind of understand it now. I think it makes a lot of sense. Was that a Sign in Blood? Sign in Blood. Yeah, look, I have already alerted the authorities that my opponent has 4 different basic lands in play. But, you know, they're on their way. They're a little behind today. Forgive them. But the authorities have been alerted. 4 card types. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I cast Emrakul, the Promised End. I could Karn, but I'm just going to hold up command. I don't even know what matters at this point. I really hope they have a Necro in hand. I really hope they have a Necro in hand. Tree mana. Oh no, they can pitch their Necros! No! There is still one Necro left in the deck. Fuck. It's okay, we can go try to find the Necro. F. I mean, I guess it just won't do anything, right? No reason to play anything. Yeah, go. Emrakul help them? Did it? How did it help them? I mean, they're still in a terrible spot. Yeah, I'm going to save the command for Shieldred at this point. Listen to your bed. I don't really know how we can possibly lose this game. That doesn't really matter. Should have K-committed them. Ooh, nah, but I mean, I kind of want to just save it for the Shieldred, right? As long as I don't do anything really stupid, I don't really think I can lose this game. So I'm just not going to do anything stupid. You know what I mean? Just don't have to get fancy with it. Minus... Alright, they won't play anymore. They have seen enough. Why not Ugin first? So the reason I did an Ugin first is because I upkeep the K command before drawing a card. Because I didn't want to take 2 from the Shieldred. So upkeep the K command, kill the Shieldred before drawing, don't take the 2, play the Ugin. Yeah. There's just no reason to take 2 there, because I mean, I just have all spells in hand, right? Like, that's one of the ways that I maybe could lose that game if I, like, take 2 damage for no reason, and then they, like, somehow double soul spike me. I don't know, it just... And once we were in garbage time, you know what I mean? It is kind of wild, right? Like, if you compare Karn Liberated to something like Ugin the Spirit Dragon, and how wildly, like, just completely power crept the other Karn has been, it's crazy. That's a reserveless card? Is it really? Does Scryfall tell you if it's reserve list? It's a bit of a sketchy keep, but... Really? Is it like an expensive card? Scryfall is just not working today. Scryfall's just kind of didge. Don't Thoughtseize me. No, they didn't Thoughtseize me. I guess this is fine because I have 2 maps. Oh, it does say reserve list. Urza Saga copy. $15.50. I mean, hey, for a reserve list card, $15 is kind of cheap, right? Look, this is not financial advice, but I'm just saying you could spend your money on worse things. That's all I'm saying. This is not exactly what I was looking for. The one that makes Karnstrux is underrated. The Dominaria one. I do like that card. I mean, it really is like at a base, just 4 mana make 2 constructs, which is kind of what Urza Saga is, right? Obviously, it's, you know, a little bit different, but that's kind of fucked up. Really good against my double map hand. It's okay, we just draw Natty Tron every time. And do you really think there's not an Urza's Mine on top of my deck? Alright, bye, Portent. Portent. Actually, I'm just going to save this for potential Ugin fodder. There wasn't an Urza's Mine on top, by the way. Pretty close. Blah, blah, blah. All right, do you want to do it for X equals 4? Or do you want to wait? I'm just going to do it for 4. They may have another discard spell, too. Just get my cards while I can. This could also find us the mine. I'll take a draw 3. I mean, I'd prefer a draw 4, but... Alright, 3 is good enough. Tres. I don't think I want the Talisman. Or, sorry, I don't think I want the Flute. I think I'd rather have Talisman over Flute, although that's kind of close. I could be convinced that Flute is better. Because then I can, if they don't draw a land, I can Flute Necro next turn. Maybe that was better. So they definitely have Necro, and they just don't have third land. Bowmaster. Oh. Well, I did just reveal to them that I had an Ugin Eye of the Storm, so pretty likely they're going to name that card. Really? I guess because I can cast that one off the temple. Sure, that kind of makes sense. Any mines? It's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Karn. I think I have a Flute in the board, right? I sure do. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Any kick flutes? Unfortunate. Rip Bozo. Rip Bozo. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, draw a card. End step, your life total becomes half your starting life total rounded up. I mean, that's a little sketchy. I like it, but I feel like it's a little too sketchy now. 5, 6, 7. I do have enough to cast the End Stone. What do you think, chat? Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, draw a card. No, I'll take the boring line. I'll take the boring line. So, play this. See, the Golos came up. I told you it was going to. Although I can't really do anything. All right, your turn. I told you the Golos would come up today. Oh, Shieldred? Powerful card, but Shieldred is no match for Ugin. Ugin. All right. It is impossible. Yeah, this hand fucks, right? I like this hand. Yeah, I know why it's the blue-black talisman, but I'm saying, like, just saying hypothetically, how often does that one life come up? Versus, you know, what if you draw all of your talismans and then you want to Golos? You know what I mean? Just saying, it could happen. Think about it. Expedition map. They play consigned main deck, right? I could do this in their upkeep to play around force negation, but I actually think they usually play more consigns than forces. So I'm just going to do it this way. Cast this, play this. Why don't they look like Eldrazi temples? They do. What do you mean? Does that not look like an Eldrazi temple? Sure does to me. You want to see the ones that I got in paper? Balahi. The Fajita Man. Look, man, this card says Eldrazi Temple on it, and you can't convince me otherwise. All right? I don't know what you want from me. It literally says on the card, clear as day. Well, not really clear because my camera, but focus. My camera does not want to focus today. You can see it. There it is. Eldrazi Temple, right there. That is an Eldrazi Temple. All right. You can't read that? Well, that's not my problem. That sounds like a you problem, no? What the hell am I doing with my life? Just cast Portent for 4. Pitch the Ugin. I kind of fuck with it. What they reveal? They... Oh, it's not reveal. They chose Suppression Ray. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not great if they have Flare, but I don't think they have Flare. Okay. Well, fuck me, I guess. Yeah, they had Flare. What you got for me off the trainer? Ah, turn 3 Lotus Bloom. Just where you wanted that, I'm pretty sure. Wait, did they just... Ah? I'm confused. What? What the hell? Why? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? 4, 5, 6, 7. Siete. Go, I guess. Doomwing intensifies. I'm just curious. I just want to make sure they're okay, you know? I mean, it could be like a, you know, cat accidentally hit F6 type of deal, but I just want to make sure they're okay. Okay. They did it now. Got him. Got him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's go here. Get the mine. Pick up Papa Eugene. The father. El Papa. El Papa. This is worse against the Force Negation. At least with Ugin. Even if they force this, they still lose the Thunder Trap Trainer. So, I mean, they could have Consign, but... yeah, sure. Alright, whatever. Whatever. Yo, chill. Chill. Monka S. What are they trying to cast? Are they trying to cast Belcher? They can't. You can't do that. Illegal maneuver. Illegal maneuver. Illegal maneuver. That is not allowed in 20 states. I mean, I guess we'll do this. I don't think it's going to resolve, but higher upside. Oh. So Kindred, Sorcery, Creature, Artifact, Planeswalker, Land. Perfect. And we have Tron. So just the actual stones. Surely it's Karn here, right? Yeah, it's got to be Karn. Because, I mean, if they had a counterspell, they would have countered the Portent, right? Yeah, see. Alrighty then. Game 2? Maybe we can cut the Allah's Dust. What's like, okay, what is a card that is something you want to draw against Belcher, but not something that you always want to search for? Maybe the 4th Flute, because I have a needle in the board anyways. Yeah, let's try that. Because if we want to shut off Belcher, we can just Karn for Needle. Yeah, that makes sense. Trinisphere is interesting. I don't know. I feel like on turn 3, Trinisphere is like, when I have 7 mana, probably my single best thing to go get. Especially if they have a Bloom Suspended. So I think I'm more likely to want to get Trinisphere on average than Flute, especially if I'm keeping the Needle in the sideboard anyways. No, Dismember's good against them because it turns off the Tameshi stuff. I think you have to keep Dismembers for Tameshis. Also, because they have Flare of Denial, there's also some lines where if they have a creature in play, sometimes you just want to go Dismember their thing to like unlock your spell so they can't like turn off their Flare of Denial, basically. Is this hand good? I mean, it's turn 1 double map, turn 2, not quite turn 2 Karn. I think this hand is good, but I don't know. Let's try it. The best part about this hand is that it has a lot of annoying arts. So more specifically, this hand is like good because chat hates it, if that makes sense. The whole double map on turn 1. Yeah, if one of the maps was a Talisman, this hand would be a lot better. Thunder Trap Trainer. See, this is what I mean about Dismember, right? I can Dismember the Trainer and then go for a spell if they're tapped out. Do you think they have a flare? What did they reveal? Revealed the Border of Invention? I mean, we just jam, right? F4 in hand? Is there ever a world where I'm not jamming? There's no fear in this dojo? Alright, well, here's the problem. If they have a counterspell, somebody's getting permabanned. Okay, never mind, we're good. We're good. We're good. I guess I will go fetch my Pithing Needle. Well, the shitty thing is they get to attack Karn to 2. So I almost wonder if I'd rather get Trinisphere. Because it feels like maybe Trinisphere is more important. I don't know, Needle's pretty good too. This is close. I'm gonna go get Trinisphere. I don't know if that's right, but I'm gonna get Trinisphere. I guess Stonebrain is not unreasonable either. Yeah, Stonebrain maybe was better. Although I'm a little bit worried if they hold up mana this turn that they can consign. Because they didn't have Force, which means they almost certainly have Consign in hand. And I really don't want them consigning the Trinisphere. I think I'd rather have them consign, like, just basically anything else. Alright, check me out. I'm gonna go uptick on a map. And then I'm going to play Temple. Yes, play Temple. And then what I can do is I can block sack with the map and then still be able to command for 2, exile the trainer, and make 2 spawn tokens. I think I like this line. Do they have a plan B if Belchers are all gone? Not typically. I would say that most lists don't really have. I mean, some of them play like a Tameo or something, but usually if you Stonebrain the Belchers, that's good enough. So we have Power Plant. Let's get mine. Could just save the Kozilek's command. Because I might want to command the Tameshi. 2, 4, 6, 7. Let's go. No, let's actually do this. I like this. So exile, make spawns. Because they might actually just consider consigning this. And if they consign this, we can just go Karn for Stonebrain next turn. Okay. They have 2 cards in hand. So we should 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's cast. No, I actually want to get the Needle first. Because I have to cast the Needle before I cast the Trinisphere. So let's get Needle. Let's play the Mine. Cast Zindidil. Which they're going to consign. Strix Serenade. Yo, 2/2 flyer, huge. Huge 2/2 flyer. Alright, your turn. They have 1 card in hand. They have to beat a Trinisphere, a Karn, and a ham sandwich. Alright, there's the Bloom. Which we can also just kill, right? Kill that. Pop this. Get Tower. Do it. Do it. Got 2 in hand. I don't really know how they get out of this. Seems pretty difficult. We even already have a win condition in play. Dude, what is this bird, by the way? Look at that thing. That bird looks psychotic. Falahi. I think we're winning. I would not classify that as normal owl stuff, all right? Ain't nothing normal about that. Ooh, good. Yo, beatdowns. Huge 5 damage coming in. Do 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 do. The Jawadi. Could pick up Ugin, maybe. I don't think it matters. Yeah, Portent is kind of nice against Consign. I do like that. All right, now we'll brain him. The brain. All right, this costs 3. I did almost forget that this is a reciprocal card. All right. 3-0, Chant. 3-0. And maybe you just don't have enough blue sources to play Consign, but like imagine in the mirror match, turn 2 Talisman, hold up Consign, and then you just like Consign their turn 2 play or whatever. Like it seems like it could be pretty good. So, but again, maybe not quite enough blue sources for Consign is the issue. Ew, what is this hand? This just doesn't do anything. I mean, it's turn 1 flute, but what do you think, chat? 6 or go to 5? This is my 6 already. I'm gonna go to 5. Can I have that 6 back? I mean, I gotta keep this, right? These are not really the cards that I was looking for, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna be brutally honest with you. I think I have to keep the land, though. Because my hand just doesn't function without a land. Can we go back to the 6 card hand, or blue black? Don't you no, come on, man. My hand is like kind of Thoughtseize proof. Who's the blue black deck now? I didn't even know this was an artwork, and I also didn't realize that the talismans were in the 40k set, but this is a banger artwork. The Blink deck. I mean, I think this is fine. I think we're chilling. Watch them reprint the One Ring in the Hobbit set. Ah, come on. No. It's not going to be the One Ring. It's going to be the 2 ring. 2 rings, 1 Hobbit. Time yourself out. Time yourself out now. Don't be mad at me because you didn't think of it first. Bones. Wait, why didn't they just go Bones Felia, activate Flicker Overlord? How is this better? What? I don't know how that's better. Opponent? Oppo? Oppo? Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. You would tell me if there was a power plant on top, right? I just need the PP. I simply require one PP, please. Urza's PP. PP! 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 I mean, was there ever any doubt? Was there ever any doubt whatsoever? Alright, never lucky. Oh, dude, I tapped like a Munson. Oh, no. I guess I didn't necessarily tap like a Munson, because the only way that I could have held that up is if I floated a colorless, but maybe that was better. Not sure. I want to play Goryo's, but Riddler prices on Moto are deranged. I was planning on playing on my main account today, but when I went to rent cards from Mana Traders, they were out of Riddlers, so I just couldn't rent them. So I decided, you know what? Instead of like trying to spam trade Mana Traders for a good half hour, let's just play on the DB account today. It's a very hot commodity. Very, very hot commodity. Dismember. All right, so command for 2. We go exile creature and scry. Exile this. Guess we do it for 3. Kill this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So bottom, bottom, top. All right, your turn. What is a DB account? It stands for Daybreak. So the DB underscore accounts are the content creator accounts that they give out to the content creators, and it's basically just like a full access account. So we have on these accounts, we have access to every single card, but we don't win any prizes. Like the accounts are not tradable. We can't actually collect the prizes, and the main purpose is there for creating content in situations like this where cards are like pretty hard to come by, right? And we wouldn't normally be able to play with like those cards, but because we have the content creator accounts, it makes it a lot easier. What did they get back? They returned Felia. Okay, what am I more concerned with, Felia or Flicker Wisp? Probably Felia, I think. Right? I think we don't want to play the command there. The reason I wanted to command in the main phase is because I was worried they would have Ephemerate. And if I wait to cast the command, because they didn't have white mana up the turn that I played the command. So I wanted to do it while they didn't have Ephemerate up. I think I'm just going to save the flute to kill Felia. And if they don't cast Felia, then I'll just like let Ugin take 3 and still just hold the flute till end step. Actually, no, at that point I would just use the flute because then I could ult the Ugin. What do I name with this flute? I guess Bailmerk? Oh, okay. Well, that's good enough. So, game 2. Should I go play Commander today or stay home and practice Modern for Houston? Depends. What's your Commander? Oh, Portent's only 75 cents. Let's go. I'm just going to buy those right now. I'm not even going to think twice. I think I need a cage, too. Should buy a cage. I don't actually own a cage. Should I get this Secret Lair cage? I really don't want to. I hate this so bad. I'm not going to do it. I answered my own question. I'm not buying that. I'm not doing it. I got bot seized. Like the Future Sight cage? Yeah, that's the one I'm buying. Why does it say there's 9 items in my cart? Really, I only see 5. All right, promo code DOOM. Again, promo code DOOM at checkout. They took my command. I guess it doesn't matter which Tron land I take. But I'm sure they have an idea of what I selected because I exiled one of the other Tron lands with it, so they probably know what I took. Chat vote to buy the card? No. They're also I couldn't even buy the Secret Lair one because they're sold out of it. So even if I wanted to buy the Secret Lair, they don't have any, so get fucked. All right, order total $9.48. Checkout. That's +4 Portent of Calamity. No, I don't have tree Karns. I have boring Karns. I don't know if I want a flute here. Maybe I was supposed to just main phase cast flute and name Phantom and not pop the map. Because now I'm in a spot where if I flute, they can just respond and then ephemerate the Phantom. But if I crack map, they can also just cast the ephemerate. Like, I don't really have a good window to do it. Like, I could just do nothing, but no, because if I burn my mana, they can just fetch because I only have 1 mana up, right? Oh, man. Kind of put myself in a bit of a pickle here, huh? A little bit of a pickle. Some would say a very large pickle. I'm just going to get tower. All right, order has been placed. I repeat, the portents have been secured. The portents have been secured. Yeah, I don't have tree Karns in paper. I just have like really normal basic bitch Karns. Well, that's interesting. Did I get mismatched Tron lands? No, I'm a sensible person. I'm not an insane person. I promise you. This is weird because if I pass turn, they just get to have the ephemerate, right? All right, check me out. I have an idea. I'm going to play Lab. And I think this might entice them to respond and crack the fetch. Well, I guess they don't know about commands. They just wouldn't do that, right? If they don't fetch, I'm just going to let everything happen. I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to chill. It's a bit of a weird way to play this, but like... Because the thing is, if I name Flute, right? Like, even if they crack fetch end of turn and I name Flute, they can just untap, play land 4. Or if I play Flute and name Ephemerate, right? They just play land 4 and still hold up the Ephemerate. Like, there's not really a good window for me to do it. You don't have a second Phantom, do you? Oh, fuck. Shit, I think they have second Phantom. This sucks. There's, like, no good way for me to do this, huh? God, this could have all been avoided, too, if I just didn't hold up the map on turn 2 and I just played the Flute instead. We could have avoided this whole situation. Yeah, I mean, I guess I respond to this and play Flute. I mean, they're just going to cast their Ephemerate anyways, but... I mean, if they, for some... They could also just consign this too, right? Is there a Golos counterspell? The only one that I know of is the Eldrazi Blast. Do people play that card anymore? Yeah, I guess there's Warping Wail too. People do still play Warping Wail. That card's good. Yeah, Null Elemental Blast. Because it only counters a multicolored, right? When do I cast this command? Just never? I mean, I'm at 18, so I have a little bit of time, right? God, this is so tricky. I could just say fuck it and hope they never have Ephemerate. Like, just cast Map, crack it, and hope they don't have it. Think end of their turn. If I do it end of their turn... And then I can, like, play Map, pop it... Maybe I should have played the Lab that turn. If I go Lab, Pitch, Devourer, I can map and hold up the command this turn. Yeah, I guess doing it end of their turn is fine. I mean, I know it's not going to work, but... I just can't sit here forever, you know what I mean? This feels like a really tough spot to be in. Okay, I'm happy that it's consigned and not Ephemerate, because that means they don't have Ephemerate in hand. Because they certainly would have Ephemerated if they had it. So that's good news, at least. Let's go get Power Plant. And then I guess we just go... Could just hold the map in case we draw Ugin. Yeah. I think that's fine. I guess maybe that means they have third consign. Yeah, the thing is, I don't think there's a reason to play the map, and it's better to hold it if I draw Ugin. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Because if I draw Ugin, I'm gonna really wish I had a 1-mana spell to trigger it. I mean, I'm trying to think of what's in their hand if they don't have Ephemerate. It could just be like, I guess it could be a 3rd Consign. I'm also not going to cast Dismember here. I'm just going to take 4. Because we know they didn't have the Ephemerate last turn, so now any Ephemerate they draw, we just have covered with Dismember. Yeah, Solitude would also make sense. I really kind of hope they Solitude this Devourer, though. Oh. That's pretty good, isn't it? Because that plays around Consign to an extent. So we go Lab, no pitch, leave up 1 mana. Do it for 8. I think I like that. X equals 8. I don't know if they play Force Negation, but those are good cards. Kindred, instant, creature, planeswalker, artifact, land. I mean, I guess if you insist. If you insist. Oh, and they don't have Consign either. Well, that's good for us. Don't have 6. Don't have 6. So you're saying there's a chance. Do I need anything for this deck besides just the Portents? I feel like I'm missing something else. Oh, you know what I don't have? I don't have blue-black Talismans. Those are probably cheap, though, right? Do I have the whole Karn board? Cage. I don't have an O-Stone. I remember when O-Stone was like hell expensive. Back when it was like Mono Green Tron that was playing 4 of them. Card used to be like $30. Can I get a plus 13 in the chat? $13 life secured. RC is in 3 weeks, I think. Pretty sure it's 3 weeks. I mean, is there any point in casting this? I guess. Target. Oh, you know what? No, I got it. I'm gonna do this. And this is just so they can't top deck Ephemerate. Alright, you can go. You may proceed. So now they just have to draw another Phantom, or else they just don't have a chance. Not quite. Not quite. 3 mana, 3/1, Surveil 1? You think that's good enough? Does the Endstone see modern play? I have an Endstone in my sideboard. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it, but there's one in my sideboard. I hope I have an opportunity to use it, because that card's based. Come back! And if you would like to help support the stream just that little bit extra, you can do so with an Amazon Prime membership. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you link your Twitch account to your Amazon account, and you get 1 free Prime sub every single month. This hand is kind of cheeks. It's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Not good. Not very good. Much better. What do you put back? Under the assumption that they're going to Force of Negation my map. I guess the best putback is Talisman, because if they force my map, I can just go Temple Command for 2. Oh, but then I don't have blue mana. I guess I could... What if I put back Temple? But putting back Temple is pretty bad if they force my map. You really think that Portent's the worst card if they force map? Keep all the mana? I don't know, man. This is close. Yeah, I mean, Portent being a sorcery against them is kind of awkward. Am I planning to play Dumathi's Vengeance at RC? Well, given the fact that I'm 4-0 with Eldrazi Tron, I think that might answer that question. They're not going to force this. See? They're also not going to Prismatic Ending it. So, Mulligan Bug? Mulligan Bug, anybody? You guys do this in paper, where, like, I know you can't do it at high-level events, but sometimes at FNM, when I bottom a card, and then I draw for turn, and it's the same card that I bottomed, sometimes I'll just, like, take a peek, you know? Sometimes I'll look. I mean, that's concerning. That's extremely concerning. Wait. I mean, we could talk about this. What the fuck am I supposed to do about this? I guess we have to just Talisman Portent and hope to spike? Kozilek's? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I Kozilek's for 5... Kozilek's for 5 gives me 5 looks. Portent also gives me 5 looks, right? But I guess the command is less risky because in order for Portent to work, we have to hit 4 types. Yeah, I guess the command is also 6 looks. All right, fair. Yeah, command is just better. It's more looks. Please don't force me. 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 Not like this, man. Not like this. Well, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. All right, maybe they don't have a land. Wait, they don't need a land, right? Yeah, we're just dead. All right, that was fun. Cool. Sweet. Portent for X=1 draw flute. I guess Portent for 1 would have done it, right? Could be played at instant speed. I don't want to play against... I don't want to play against Scepter Chant. Yeah, I know. But, like, I don't want to sit there for 10 turns and just be like, draw. Okay, now I can't play spells this turn. Draw. Oh, now I can't play spells this turn. And, like, by the time I find the flute, they're just going to have the counter spell anyways. So, like, you know what I mean? Look, okay, here, I'll say this. I wouldn't fault you for continuing to play that game. Myself, as an individual who values his mental sanity, I really don't want to sit there while my opponent is just preventing me from casting spells every turn. You know what I mean? So, like, if you want to do that, by all means, that, you know, that's your prerogative. But I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm good. I am all set. This hand is kind of scuffed, isn't it? So it's what? Turn 1 Talisman? I think it's... Dude, this hand is so fucking weird. Is it good? It's like turn 1 Talisman, turn 2 Flute, turn 3 Portent for 4. It's like... It's not terrible. If you don't believe in this hand, you need to play a different deck. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think this hand is just, like, extremely mid. I'm going to keep it, though. It's not that I don't believe in the hand. It's that I believe there is a very high number of hands that are a lot better than this, is what I do believe in. I got the out to Scepter this game, though. You're not going to cheese me this time, buddy. I'm going to save the flute till I go to play a Planeswalker. I guess I should pitch that. There's not really a downside to pitching it, right? Because even if they play, like... Do these decks sideboard Harbinger? Yeah, they probably don't have Harbinger. But even if they had Harbinger, I could just pick them both up. I don't think they have Harbinger. Oh yeah, Kahira revealed, right, okay. Narset, Parter of Veils. I mean, not naming Force Negation is worse. Or, like, I could have named Force there to resolve the Portent. I don't know if that's better, but I'm just going to hope they don't have Force. They definitely have Force. Rip. Maybe I should have named Force there. Just, like, let him get a Narset down tick. That may have been a better line, I'm not sure. It's close, I think. Maybe it's not close. I don't know. Tilt. Yeah, naming Force looks a lot better now, huh? Maybe that was just the better line. Just, like, guaranteed resolve the Portent there. Any payoffs? Can I get a payoff? I mean, that's kind of like a payoff. Basically the same thing. Superior Spider-Man and Grixis Persist. You could probably play one copy. I know that the Gorios decks are playing one copy. It's probably fun. Just, like, more ways to do the thing. Odin's Chant. Just play Scepter, and we can move on. Please just play Scepter. Put me out of my misery. Aha! You didn't see my Ugin. I have the storms coming. Okay. This is probably the single worst part of blue-white control making the finals of a Pro Tour, is now you have to play against it in leagues. And quite possibly maybe the most miserable experience of all time. I mean, it's definitely close. It's certainly up there. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess I'll pitch. Sure. I mean, pitching is kind of free, right? Your turn! But I run Duelist of the Mind in a VV-less Is It Profs deck. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe. Houston is, I think, in 3 weeks, right? 2 or 3 weeks. One of those two. All right, surely we can cast spells this turn, right? How about you tell me when it's my turn? You tell me when it's my turn, all right? Let me know when I can take a game action. You let me know, buddy, all right? Whenever you're ready. Just you let me know. Yeah, the answer is not right now. Well, the good news is they only have 1 Chant left. Oh, is it my turn to play? Is it finally my turn to play? There's no way, right? What does blue-white kill with besides locking you? I mean, it's in play. They have subtlety and solitude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we don't pick up yet. All right, you win. I'm good. I've had enough. Just get me out of that hell.